for these two teams.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. The do or die game, the one grand final game left. AAA against All Authority versus Fnatic. And this is the grand finals, $100,000 prize pool up for grabs, 50 grand to that top team, and this next hour means everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Means $50,000.
Yep.
Wow. And the right to be Season 1 champions. Definitely a lot of history being made here today. League of Legends Season 1 finally coming to an end. One of the biggest prize purses we see in esports. It has been done before, and we're going to do it again most likely, as you know, this is all for the community, and we're definitely showing that esports is one of the biggest things in the world to come about here into fruition, and it just creates such a great community for everybody around. Warwick just dancing around the bush. That's one of my favorite dances. Cyanide just throwing it out there.
Cyanide putting up the thriller right there. Looks like AAA did not want to be part of that dance party, although, you know, Aurelia has a really glorious dance with the blade spinning around. It's really cool, but not going to get that one. Down at the bottom lane, actually, they're going to help Linak with the Golem. I don't have to worry about Warwick doing a counter jungle. Actually, oh wow, for the first time, we're actually going to have an invasion here from Fnatic. They're going to smite steal one of those wraiths, most likely. There's a spam, lots of AoE coming in from these guys, and with W, they're going to pick down that wraith camp. That's just going to really, really hurt Jarvan's jungle. He's going to start with these golems, and he's going to have to deal, actually going E first, going to have to deal with not having a wraith camp. That's going to really hurt his jungle speed.
Yeah, it is definitely going to hurt, and he actually did not use his smite, so he's going to be able to go around the jungle. Cyanide did not. No, yes, Jarvan did.
Oh, yeah.
Cyanide was able to get a few lay wastes from Karthus. He was able to get out of that one, and he probably will use the smite here on blue. It's going to be Karthus versus Aurelia in the middle. That's Soaz and XPK. Malzahar versus Brand up top. MoMA versus Shushe. And we have, again, the supports, Melisande and Lamia as the carry on Ashe, and Jarvan and Linak. Again, such an early movement by Linak to continue to do this with Jarvan.
Yeah, that's really aggressive for him. Now, the thing to realize is that these teams have switched sides. Okay, here we go. Some aggression from Linak. The knock up is good, but he whiffs it onto Lamia Zell, which means he's going to be able to get away with 300 health left. But the thing is, he's laid with Sona, and Sona can heal him up. She's got that the regeneration pendant of Fairy Charm. That's the one. Has got wards and health potion as well. Going to be pretty safe there. That 6-second cooldown on the 35-point heals. Not a lot, but it's going to add up over time. That means will be able to get some healing as well from her auto attacks. 50% lifesteal going to add up over time. She's going to be safe here. And it's interesting because we have these Sona Ashe versus Janna Corki as before, the exact same way. And let's see what we end up doing with this. Although, again, FnaticMSI going to be the top right-hand side. They've got the red health bars this time. Purple minions and turrets, and they're in the top right. They are the winner bracket champions, but now it doesn't matter anymore. These teams have split 2 games apiece throughout this entire tournament, and this 5th game of these teams meeting is going to determine everything else, how these teams split up the rest of the money.
Yeah, the European metagame absolutely showing true and shining through here this weekend at the League of Legends Season 1 Championship. It seems that NA has a little bit to learn. They played amazing games and were able to come out very strong. Did not go down without a fight, and they were definitely contenders in the tournament. But the last blood always to be given to Fnatic and AAA on this, as we see them in the finals here. A lot of damage being done up top as they just keep pushing these minions in. Not so much of the champions, but the pushing being done here by MoMA. The damage by Shushe trying to get these minions back into a position he wants to be able to farm in. And right there is really where you want to keep them. If your minions can keep it there, you have beautiful defense from your turret, as well as able to attack. You can see bottom pushing quite hard as well. Jarvan is going through the jungle, continuing to farm up as he see if Linak comes out for another early try for the gank. It's going to be quite tough. These lanes are quite pushed at this point in time.
Yeah, and Shushe's trying to do what harass he can against MoMA at the top lane. MoMA at 22, Shushe at 21, so they're laning roughly equivalently. That Brand versus Malzahar. It looks like Warwick actually might come in for some harassment. MoMA could get caught. Clairvoyance is out. And he's going to keep moving in. Let's see if he can grab this. MoMA has been spotted.
He does land the seer. They're going for the attack, and they will be able to take it down. Shushe picking up the first kill, and it is going to be a little bit of a change from last time. Shushe was the first one to go down, and he's going to repay that favor and be the first blood. Great job by Fnatic, and they start this game off on top.
Yeah, that's really nice right there. It's one of the few mages who actually have a stun early on in that game. Certainly Annie has that one from her passive as well, but that's really the only mage I can think of offhand who stuns early on in the game. Certainly Swain has a root, things like that, but an actual stun, those are a little bit rare, and he still has that AoE spam prowess. It's very interesting that, Europe is all about Brand, and North America seems to be all about Annie, so good to see how those duel off over time. Of course, both fire-based mages for those who care, and we'll see how this ends up playing out. Yellowstar gonna last hit some minions right now, gonna let those pull back towards his turret, gonna keep him safer there, and he's gonna be doing alright for now. He's got that Doran's Blade in hand, he's gonna be pretty happy with this.
Let's see what happens here. Jumping in, we do have a lot of aggression towards Lamia here, as he does not turn around to fire that volley. He is going to try to get a slow on Kujay as he continues to push on there, giving a little bit of speed to Yellowstar and helping to slow down Ashe as she tried to run away. Smart move as she turned around and used her own utility to slow down Kuja to end that. And no real damage being done down there. It looks like Jarvan wants something here. He does have that blue down. If Karthus overextends just a little bit, he will be able to walk out and do a lot of damage here. Soaz also with a flash on. Jarvan with a flash as well. That's flash and smite. And we'll have to see how he pulls this one off. As XPK is staying pretty close to his lane, as you usually see the mid lane kind of going up, going down. See if they can get a little bit of vision on those back two lanes to keep themselves safe. But it looks like Jarvan is just going to come out here. The lane presence will let XPK know that things may go down later in the game, and you better be careful of how far you push up my Soaz.
Indeed, so Fnatic going to be continuing to last hit at bottom lane. Look at the gold up top. 7.4 was 8.4, so that first blood definitely gives them quite the advantage. 900 gold up, and the aggression once more onto Ashe, scrolling up as we see Lemmy Zealot getting down to about half health. But of course, Sona can't sustain that, and Yellowstar actually taking a lot of damage back. So, Janna is not a healer, so Yellowstar actually will push back into the base and heal as they're going to wait. Ashe is going to last hit pretty much all these minions at this turret. Actually, no, a lot of them actually getting snuck through by this turret. Going to pick up one there with volley, but that's a little bit unfortunate. Fnatic could have really used that extra gold there with Corki out of the lane. They really want Ashe to get as much farm as possible, unpressured whatsoever.
Yeah, all lanes pretty much in a good laning phase at this point. After that kill, they're kind of sitting back a little bit, letting the jungles go through. A lot of wards going down in the jungle. We're going to check out Kuja's build right now, and he has set all of his down, as well as there is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 wards on the side of Fnatic, and they're going to try to control this as much as possible at this point in time, as they did not have too much control earlier in the game, but we probably will see Kuja picking up an Oracles quite soon.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I wanted to clear out on Soaz's build. He did max W, in fact. That is how he lanes with Aurelia, so that's what he picked up there. Shushay almost definitely maxing W. Going to check that in a sec. Looks like some aggression coming through on mid, but yeah, Shushay's build is max W. Okay, great. That's out of the way. Moving back into the lane as he's going to meet up against Malzahar a little bit right there. The minions are getting kind of low on both sides. Basically, both mages just spamming down on these guys. Top has some fighting there. Aurelia chasing Pika into the turret. Looks like Pika's going to be safe for now. He has that catalyst, so next time he levels up, he'll gain a nice bit of health. He's sitting right now on some potions. He's got another 2 in the inventory. It's going to be pretty much nice for him, but Soaz doing a pretty good job zoning him out. Trying to pick up these minions and going to do a good job there. Is level 7. And PK back up above half health and going to use E and Q to spam these minions down. Peak spam going off on Noma. They want to go for this. Warwick could come around the side, use that ult, suppress him. Asher will whiff.
Yeah, very nice try there. Jarvan kind of could have taken that to the back of the head if he didn't really see it coming. He was able to move out of the way of that. And it looks like Warwick will slowly make his way up top to see if they can get something down on Soaz. And it looks like he is farming quite diligently at this point. Not really seeing him come through. Do not know if they know he has a ward in the bush. Lowering the magic resistance as you walk through the Karthus wall. Will they go for the attack as Momo comes up from middle, laying down the null zone, forcing them back. The Aurelia ultimate having great range. And they're able to push them way back to the turret. A little zone out on some of the minions right here. They won't be able to get too many last hits as they start to go and push towards the turret. Slowing that down. A very nice job by Karthus. There's a lot coming out of there. Can she get a few more ultimates down? Getting stunned up there, and she took a lot of damage, but the ultimate able to heal her up a good amount. A very nice job and nice try there to get another kill and even it up at 1-1. Sao is now forced to back Moma as he takes top. Jarvan will take up mid to soak up some experience. He actually backs as well, so I think it's going to be Yellowstar to do that for Moma.
Good play overall. A lot of flashes getting used to get this out of position. Yeah. Aurelia playing a little bit too aggressively. I think they ended up missing some of the coordination with Moma. He was close by in that first fight. They had to run away from him. And then he kind of looped around the rocks, and he wasn't in range again when Aurelia jumped on to that Karthus. Karthus did most of the damage by being in melee range, spamming E and Q onto Aurelia. And Momo should have been able to capitalize on that, but simply wasn't close enough to the fight, wasn't able to do much about it. He did use teleport to get in there, but it just simply wasn't quite enough. Or at least used it recently. Sorry, I couldn't really count on the cooldown so much. It's about a quarter of the way done. Certainly used it recently. And unfortunately, didn't really get anything out of this. AAA has not picked up a kill yet in this game, despite those teleport gank availabilities.
Flames going down in mid. He misses the Ablaze. There was a ping onto Dragon. They want to make sure they have ward control on that. We see Kuja putting one down, so that could possibly be a fight. And see where he placed that ward. He did not place it really in front of Dragon. So if they begin to go for it, the person that teleports in will not be seen right away, and that is awesome because they're going to be able to do a lot of damage coming out unseen as they think, you know, it's going to be a 2v2 fight. Now you have a 4v2 fight as they have the 2 teleports on the team.
But for the next 3 minutes, they won't have to worry about Karthus doing it. Or sorry, Malzahar doing it, but Soaz coming around to, I think, place a ward down as they have all timed out in the river. She's going to check this brush, going to come on down, plant that one. There you go. Going to be fighting against Karthus some more. PK coming close by, will drop that wall down, sees that no one else coming to gank except Aurelia. The ward coverage is so strong for AAA, but they're spending all their gold on it, which is making them a bit poor, so they don't get any kills or stop any deaths with those wards. They've just spent hundreds and hundreds more gold, and that's going to be a little bit hurtful for them.
We'll see PK kind of moving around here. Looks like he will go to place his own ward. They kind of just set it right next to each other. We see that a lot, the placement of the wards being the same by both teams. It's just a really good area. It covers if they're coming out of their blue area. It covers if they're coming out of that tri-bush up top, and if they're going to go ahead and enter that top bush as well. Karthus looking to kind of hide in the bush and grab XP as he's there. And Sona going back down to help Ashe, Melisande to meet up with Lamia on the bottom. Jarvan continuing to move through his jungle as Warwick comes out of base and he has red buff. Usually going to initiate right after getting that. You know, you want to put that to use, and a good amount of wards and CB being used right now to make sure there is enough room to push and enough room to be safe in anything they want to initiate on.
Yeah, now let's see. It's, you know, AAA at the bottom lane is just purely all about the far off. Nothing really majors happen in this lane. I mean, they've been the in-lane skirmishes, but Lamia Zealot continually getting regenerated by Melisande Sona. Yellow Star just getting shields going. Mass Doran's Blades really going for a sort of a aggressive build where he's got a lot of damage and durability. Can really, you know, push his weight around. Even but here comes a gank from Soaz onto XPK. Not really a gank, but a push in lane. Doing some decent damage there, getting him down to half, but PK with that Catalyst still, next level will gain a bunch of health back.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of keeping a lane presence there up top. PK able to stay in. They're both level 10. It looks like everybody now, Sona, Melisande, just grabbing that ultimate. Kuja actually level 7, so he's had his for 1 level. 6 to 10 is the spread on the levels between Fnatic, and it looks like PK could go down. He will flash away, and Saho's just not having enough mana to finish that kill off. He could have had it if he had a full ult and was just able to throw all of those out. You know, it looks like there was going to be some movement from bottom. They are going to return to the lane now as Yellow Star and Kuja kind of disappeared into, well, the river at the top. Maybe there was a dragon going on. Nobody knows. But now that they're back down bottom, the laning phase continues normally there. Brand kind of making a move here. They do see that Jarvan is somewhat out of position. Brand's like, hey, double buff. I kind of want that. But Warwick is really in no position with Aurelia there to begin the fight. And everybody will just digress from that as they go back to their lanes. Bottom being pushed quite big. Kuja getting a level up right there, so he's now level 8. And they just keep pushing these lanes. Very passive lanes, a little bit aggressive. Still 1-0, 13 minutes into the game. 0 turrets have been taken, and there's only about 500 in gold in difference between Against All Authority and Fnatic. Fnatic being the one up 500 gold.
Yeah, and that is with the first blood credit as well, which means that as far as laning is concerned, AAA is getting themselves closer and closer to this equal mark right there. It was much farther apart a little while ago, so they're keeping up in this game so far. Malzahar is dead, yet Brand and Warwick have kills and assists respectively, but looks like a big push coming through on mid. PK leading the way, Warwick and Brand coming right behind. Fnatic gonna maybe go for the first turret kill of the game. No one is right there to defend them just yet. We've got Aurelia coming from top, Jarvan coming from the jungle. This turret is low, but they must back off now. They've got to be afraid as they came and got pinched on from all sides. They pull that back before they get jumped on. But that damage on that turret is not going to be healed, so they're going to have a good chance at keeping that one alive. Alright, that's why I can check taking that one off before too long.
Yeah, still leaving the 3v2 in mid. Sao's getting taken out a little bit with that Seer and was not able to participate in the fight. A little lay waste underneath, changes her idea. And we get a good push on bottom here. The ultimate of Sona used to save everybody, and we will see that that will assist Yellow Star, or not assist Yellow Star, assist Ashe being able to get out of that Lamia saving, as well as Sona Melisande being able to get out of that situation. And a good 2v1 situation still in mid as they are beginning to go for Dragon here. There is some war control. You can see the red dot over Kuja's head, and they are looking to make something happen here. Warwick going out. Looks like they were able to get out of that as Warwick did not really suppress with his ultimate. The Janna ult coming out. Yellow Star just staying alive, but he will go down by the hands of XPK there, as you see. And it looks like Fnatic is going to be doing a lot of damage as XPK picking up a double kill now. And Fnatic is really taking control of this fight. A third kill coming out in the hands of XPK for the